Hey everyone, welcome to the Kelly Likes Crypto YouTube channel. I'm your host, and you guessed it, my name is Kelly, and I love crypto. If you also love crypto, please smash the like button and consider subscribing to the channel to get your daily dose of crypto news and reviews. Before we go any further, let's quickly say I'm not a financial advisor, so please do not take anything I talk about in this video as financial advice. Everything said within this video and on my channel is strictly for educational purposes with some entertainment mixed in the works. Okay, with that said, let's dive into today's video on Bitcoin. Everyone loves Bitcoin. Everyone should own Bitcoin. Bitcoin should be like 25% of everyone's portfolio. Not financial advice, but minimum 25%. Yeah, I think I remember, well, I was a whole coiner back in 2016, but I sold that coin. But recently, I guess within the last year, I became a whole coiner again, and it's a really cool feeling owning one Bitcoin. Hey, there's only 20 million of them, and when you divide up the whole world, they're gonna get pretty scarce pretty quick. Okay, let's progress on. Enough tangents about whole coiners. In today's video, we're gonna cover the following. I'm just gonna quickly look over the charts, kind of give you what I think is gonna happen over the next 2 days, and then kind of like my midterm price target for about 3 weeks. I think mid-May. I think you're gonna like what I have to say. Full disclosure, like I said, I do own Bitcoin at this time of the recording. It makes up about 30% of my portfolio. All right, let's dive into the charts. So I see kind of two scenarios for the next 2 days. And before I was kind of the second scenario is an inverted head and shoulders, but now I'm leaning towards more of a grinding sideways. The CME futures expire tomorrow, April 30th. Depends on when you watch this video, but I'm recording this on April 29th. And the most pain point, the price that the most people feel pain at is 54K. And what I mean is the people that are bullish, if their contracts, are in the money, they'll be happy. Or if the people that are shorting it, if their contracts are in the money or whatnot, right? I'm not a big options trader. I like to trade a little bit of leverage, but I just trade spot price. So, but anyways, the biggest pain price. So the place, the target, when the futures expire, the most pain is at 54K. And the whales, they like to cause pain. So I think this is probably where we're going to be at the expiration of CME futures, probably right around 54K. So right now we're at 53,825, and yeah, I just kind of my first scenario is for the next 2 days we're just going to grind sideways. Obviously, it's Bitcoin. It's gonna fake up. It's gonna fake down. It's gonna do its thing. But at the end of the day, when you're kind of zooming out, I like the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart really filters out a lot of noise. I also like to use some Heikin-Ashi candles. Heikin-Ashi candles. Their Heikin-Ashi stands for average price, and so it actually just smooths out. You see that here, this shows you like, oh yeah, it's very green. We're going up, going up, going up, and then there was. I'll just zoom in a little bit more. But if you switch that over to a regular candle, you had some red in there, right? Right here, you had a bunch of red, and it just helps a lot. I just think once you switch to Heikin-Ashi, I think you won't ever want to switch back. They get it. You have to get used to it a little bit, but anyways. All right. So the second scenario, which was my original thesis, I don't know, in crypto, they love head and shoulders, and so I was looking at this. I just roughly drew these lines. Don't go crazy on trying to like really fit your trend lines, because there's multiple markets and there's multiple prices. You look over here, the Coinbase is at 53,900, and this, what is this, Binance, I think, probably Binance. Yeah, Binance is at 53,980. So they have a difference of 100. These guys can vary between like 500 on Bitcoin. I've even seen it almost 1,000 on Bitcoin. And I'll talk about that secret in a bit. Actually, George at Cryptos R Us kind of brought this one to my attention, and I've been kind of exploring it. And at the end of the video, I'll tell you what he told his viewers, and it actually pretty much works. Anyways, I'll tell you that secret in a minute. So yeah, so the second scenario is, I think, was kind of like a inverted head and shoulders, where you'd kind of, the exact depth of this other shoulder doesn't really matter too much. This is the neckline, and we had kind of two dips on this left side. Yeah, it's not a perfect inverted head and shoulders. So I'm gonna go back and definitely think that I think scenario number one is probably it just going kind of sideways for the next 2 days. And then let's have so my short-term price prediction is between 52K and 55K, with 54K kind of being the mean. My midterm prediction for the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're gonna like this. I think we're going up to 74K or 77K. This is kind of where I think we're going to. I think after, as soon as May 1st kicks in, you're gonna see us going up. We're going up. We're going up. I'll make a video in 2 days from now once this plays itself out, and explain why I think 74 or 77 is the target. But definitely think this is, you can write down this number and see if I'm right. And I'm predicting between the 14th and the 18th. All right, so I'll just put these down here. So put them in stone. Between the 14th and the 18th, I think 74 or 70, between 74 and 77. I think we get to 77. All right. If you've made it this far in the video, I think it's time you smash the like button. All right, so let's just talk about Cryptos R Us, George. Awesome YouTube channel. I recommend everyone subscribe to it. He's definitely one of my favorite. He's very, very even keeled. He's not pump. He's just his crypto knowledge is huge, and definitely one of my favorite guys to listen to. So yeah, what he was saying is that Coinbase has the most liquidity, and I don't know if that still holds true, but I'm pretty sure it does still hold true. And so when you're a whale, you have to trade pretty much on the exchange that has the most liquidity. You could trade on the other ones, and I'm sure they have multiple wallets, and they probably have wallets, or they have money and accounts on every exchange. I'm not just saying they only trade on like Coinbase. They definitely trade on all of them. They're always looking for opportunities. But if you want to move a lot of money in or out, you need liquidity. Big whales cannot just say $1 billion market buy. It's just impossible. You would move the market instantly to the moon, or vice versa, and that's just not what they want to do. It's when you have huge money to get into the market, you have to drip. And so what George was saying is, you have to look at the difference between, say, Coinbase and Binance. And so right now, based on George's theory, it's not a huge difference. So I would kind of probably say this doesn't hold true. But once the difference you start getting a spread in these two numbers, that's the direction it's going. I've been testing it. I think he said it on, he had an interview with Meet Kevin about, I don't know, probably 3 weeks ago. And that's when he said it to Meet Kevin. And I've been testing it since then. And it kind of holds true. It definitely holds true. You can it when Coinbase, definitely when you see Coinbase, like when we were going up here, Coinbase price was higher than Binance's, and when we were coming down, I think on this side, Coinbase price was way lower than Binance. So this is just an interesting tip. So I definitely, if you know, most of us are using TradingView nowadays. Make sure you have multiple. Here's, I'm looking at, I like Monero. So I have multiple Moneros, right? And I usually have more Bitcoin. I just kind of reduced it lately just to have these two, just for testing purposes. I didn't want to have too many. Too many would be too confusing. So I've been just watching these, comparing these two. But I constantly have been watching these two. From what I've seen, his theory looks to be true. All right. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Bitcoin and my assessment. Where do you think it's going to be in the next couple of days? And what's your May target? I'm really, I'm pretty, I'm kind of feeling like 70% sure we hit 70 in the 70Ks about 3 weeks from now. All right. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.